Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with another reading, and this pick a card reading is titled Who is Jealous of You? Okay. I have two piles for you today. I have pile number one with the amethyst crystal, and I have pile number two with the black tourmaline. All right, so please pick with your intuition and we'll get started with the reading. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the lovely pile number one. So if you chose pile number one with the amethyst crystal, this is your reading. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. That's what I'm doing. Y'all know I have to make a PowerPoint for y'all. Okay. Okay. Slideshow. Okay. So who's jealous of you, pile number one? So first, before we get into who, they're jealous of your peace, your intellect, your beauty, and your spirituality, pile number one. Okay. And I feel like it's so crazy that I picked this image right here. I love Janae Aiko, by the way, y'all. Big fan. But also, like, I just feel like this is the energy of you, pal number one. Like, when you find out that people are jealous of you, you kind of look, you're like, I don't really care. I'm unbothered. Like, that's the energy. So, period. And also, pal number one, like, the song Plan B by Megan keeps coming up. Okay. So I keep on hearing the line, I'm a die independent. So you're very independent, pal number one. And this is what people are jealous of. But let's see who is jealous of you, because I got the people cards right here. I got the people cards. So an old best friend. Okay. If you've been thinking about an old best friend, this is confirmation. An old bully. So somebody that bullied you in the past. We got an old classmate. Your father, okay, your stepmother, and your stepfather. All right. So you have family jealous of you, pal number one. And I know that it's hurtful because I feel like you've had to deal with your family always talking down on you. But it's like you've accomplished so much that they can't even say anything anymore. But instead, they've turned jealous, okay? Because they felt like they were going to be the ones to make it. And I feel like they really criticize your dream and your vision because it's different. Like you're very different, pal number one. Like you don't go the traditional route, like you didn't want to just work a job after you graduated high school. Like you didn't settle and you want something better for yourself, and you could have people in your family that are intimidated by that. Okay, they're intimidated by that. All right, now let's see what they're jealous of. Now let's get these cards. So they're jealous of your artistic gifts and talents, pal number one. You're somebody that's super creative, okay? Super, super creative, because you have this Pisces card here. So you could be a Pisces or they could be a Pisces, but you are very creative, okay? And with this Virgo card being here, you're very detail oriented in your creativity. So if you're an artist, you're very detailed in it. If you're a poet or a singer, you're very detailed. Like if you're a singer and you make music videos, or you're a poet and you like to make visuals, or you like to make album covers, whatever it is you do creatively, like you put a lot of detail and a lot of work into it, okay? Pisces and Virgo are sister signs in astrology. So you have this balance to you, okay? You are somebody that's balanced and you take care of yourself pretty well, okay? You're pretty well off, and it's shocking a lot of people because they didn't believe that you would be. And I don't understand why, because you don't, Panama, you don't give off the energy of somebody that wouldn't accomplished anything. It was just their projections because of what they were afraid of they couldn't accomplish, okay? They projected so much onto you. Like that's the thing, like in life people will project so much onto you that they don't even see who you really are. And when you emerge and you finally step into your power, then they have a problem because they think you changed or you're somebody else, but you've always been that person. You just stepped into that. You just claimed it. You just said, this is who I am. And they have a problem with that because they were wrong about you. Pile number one, they were wrong. With the eighth house being here, the eighth house is ruled by Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio, okay? But you know how to transform through life's obstacles. You could have had a period in your life where things weren't going right. You were settling at one point, but you bossed up, okay? You bossed up and you became independent. You may have relied on family, but you just seen how people are unreliable, okay? With the fifth house being here, yes, creativity. Okay, you're super, super creative. You're great at making art. They could also be jealous of your romance or your relationship. Okay, that's for some people. But also, you could have some children and they're jealous of how you raise your children. You can raise your children to have manners and to be respectful, and you have a close relationship with your kids. You know how some parents feel like a kid should stay in a kid's place, and that's partly true. But it's like when you put that label, like when you kind of like treat your child like they're not intelligent, or like some people treat their kids like they're not able to understand. Okay, and pound number one, you listen to your kids, you apologize, and this is if you have kids. Okay, so take it if it resonates if you have children, but you're just somebody, you listen to kids. Like, you don't just cut them off, you apologize to them, you listen to them. If they tell you that they feel uncomfortable with a certain family member, you're that person that's going to listen and not shut them out. Okay, and kids really like you and your family, pal number one. Even if you don't have kids, you could be an auntie or an uncle watching this, but kids really like you. And your stepmother and your stepfather may be jealous because their kids like you, or they feel more comfortable being around you, or they talk about you a lot, and it makes them jealous as parents because they're like, why don't my kids talk about me like that? I wonder why you showing up in the reading. I wonder why. All right. Okay, so we have Saturn here. You're very disciplined. Okay, you're somebody that you have routines set for yourself. Like, you may eat good, you may work out, you may read, you may do yoga. There are some wellness techniques and things that you've brought into your life that really aid in your mental health, and they're jealous of that because they don't understand how you can bring that balance into your life by yourself. Okay, how number one, you may have, if you're a woman, your father may be like a misogynist. Okay, because it's kind of like he feels like, how can you be an independent woman? You're not supposed to be like that, but it doesn't matter. Okay, be you. With the North Node being here, you're in your purpose, pal number one, or you're getting close to being in that purpose. Like, you know what it is you want to do. You want to make art. Okay, you want to sing. Okay, it's a lot of creative energy here. You want to do something creative. And the fifth house is ruled by Leo. You want to be in the spotlight, and that makes your family jealous because they don't have that star quality like you. Excuse me, y'all. But they don't have that star quality, and that's and that's why they're mad. Okay, and you have a clarity that they don't have. Some of you could be tarot readers watching this, and you're trying to have a spiritual, I don't know why I'm hearing a spiritual community. You could be building a spiritual community, or you want to create something spiritual. You might want to make your own tarot cards. You might want to make a spiritual store, where you sell crystals, or you want to make a birthing center. There's something you're doing spiritual, and something that could be tied to your lineage that your family just doesn't understand. And whatever it is, it brings you some clarity. So for some of you, just take what resonates, because not all of you may want to go into a spiritual work and be a spiritual practitioner. But for the ones that do, your family is jealous because they see that it fulfills you emotionally and it brings you clarity. Okay, it brings you a lot of clarity, and you are somebody that's tapped into the truth. So you could be doing tarot readings and your family is intimidated because they know that you know things about them. Okay, look. High priestess. Okay, you are psychic, and they know it. They know that you know things that they don't know, and that makes them mad because they feel like, how can she know that and I can't? You have the gift. Okay, with the King of Swords being here, like, you don't really give out a reaction. Like, you're unbothered with a lot, and they hate that they can get an emotional reaction out of you, pal number one. I feel like they may try to say things or bring up people from your past, or just hurtful situations from your past to try to test you, but it doesn't work because it only shows you their true colors more and more, and it only makes you stay away more and more, and you guard yourself more and more. So the more that they reveal themselves to you, the more that okay, this is how I'm going to interact with this person. Like, you know how to treat people accordingly, pal number one. And that's what they're jealous of: your mindset, your stability, how you're committed to your goals, honey. Four of Wands is here. You're committed. You're committed. You're committed to your goals, even if other people are against you. With the Ace of Pentacles here, you're bringing abundance to yourself, and it's bringing you emotional fulfillment, and it's helping you to see your worth and your value. You are becoming more confident, and your self-esteem is growing, and this is making your family jealous because they don't have a high self-esteem. They don't know how you're doing it, because these are the type of people that rely on outside validation. But what happened was you went inward, and you had that transformation, and you had that journey to self. Okay, you could have had a spiritual journey too. For some of you, you had a spiritual journey. Maybe you were raised in a household where it was Christianity, but then you became spiritual and found your own path, and they're jealous of that, okay? With the hangman in reverse, it's like you have a clarity that they don't have. Like when they're stuck in situations, they hate that you have the right advice or you have the words that they need in that moment. Like even though you're helpful to them, pal number one, they're also jealous because they can't have it themselves. I wonder why. Excuse me. With the Knight of Cups being in reverse, it's like they can't get a reaction out of you. So they always are trying to find little ways to hurt you or little things to hurt you. But it's like, it doesn't even work because you're learning and they don't realize that they're exposing all their cards. They're exposing all the ways that they try to make you mad. So you pick up on that. And each time you know how to find a way out of it. Like you're very strategic. They're also jealous of your strategy. Okay. They're jealous of how you move and they're jealous of how you just like get shit done behind the scenes because they may feel like everything is handed to you, pal number one, but you put in that blood, sweat, and tears behind the scenes, okay? You deserve everything that's coming your way, everything good, pal number one. Just want you to know that if people make you feel like you don't. So now that we've seen who it was and why they're jealous, we're going to look at their thoughts, okay? We're going to look at the thoughts. So the first one is you're doing great. So whatever it is you're doing for yourself, you're doing the damn thing, all right? It says, I wish I looked like you. So then I say, jealous of your beauty, jealous of your beauty. And for some of you, you could have like, you know, some men in your family that are not being honest about their sexuality and they're jealous of you, okay? It says, I wish I didn't hurt you. All right, that could be the old best friend or the old bully. I'm upset with you. I want to be you. I want to be you, okay? Somebody wants to be you. They want to be just like you. I feel like I'll never be on your level. I compare myself to you. And I am in competition with you. So it's a lot of petty energy going on, okay? And I really feel like it's coming from this stepmother. You know, your father may have married another woman and you have to deal with her simply because she is your stepmother, but you always felt the weird vibe, and this is the confirmation for whoever needs that, all right? But they're in competition because of how independent you are, pal number one. You don't ask for help like that. You don't really need help. People need your help, okay? And you may be somebody that's on the young side, so it's intimidating because they feel like at 25, how does she get that? And I didn't have that at 25. Like it's a lot of comparison because it's why her and not me. But you work for it. That's the thing. You work for it. Virgo is hardworking. Plus, you have Saturn here. Some of you could be Capricorns. You're very hardworking. You're very practical and goal oriented, and that's how you get shit done. All right. Also, let's see what else is on this slide that I haven't mentioned. Okay, I think I've mentioned pretty much everything on here. Okay, y'all. We're gonna move on to the other cards and see why else are they jealous of you. All right. So they're jealous of the opportunities that you create for yourself. You're very creative, okay? You bring abundance to yourself. Like you have a star quality. So it's easy for you to get noticed, okay? You got the fifth house. The fifth house is Leo, okay? You know, it's like you know how to be in the spotlight without even trying, pal number one, okay? You bring these opportunities. And with this crescent moon, that's a new beginning. You're bringing new beginnings. You got new beginnings coming in your life as we speak, okay? And they're jealous of the opportunities that you have cultivated for yourself. Thriving. You're thriving in your career. Whatever it is you're doing, pal number one, whatever it is you're trying to make for yourself, just know that you're going to be successful, okay? You're going to thrive in that, all right? And this giraffe is like, I don't know why I start stuttering, excuse me. But this giraffe, I feel like that's how they're going to feel. Like they're going to be stuttering because they can't understand how you're doing so great without their help. But with this thriving card being here, it's like the giraffe is in the front and then these other two is in the back. It's like you're not worried about them. Like they're in the background, okay? You got this full moon like here. It's like almost a full moon. So something is, you know, being created for you. Something is being manifested. With simplicity being here, you're somebody that you don't make things too complicated. Like, it's not that you're a basic person, but you don't make things too complex in your life. You know, some people think simplicity means you're basic. No, simplicity simply means like, I'm not going to do things the hard way if I don't have to. And you're that type of person. Pile number one, you don't do things the hard way. You know, you're very simple with your strategies and the way you market yourself and the way that you create. You know, you take your time. You could have your Mars and Taurus, all right? Or you could be a Taurus here. We have enlightenment, your spirituality. There's something you're doing with your spirituality, okay? Even if you're not spiritual, it's just, you know, you may have a gift. You may have a gift of dream interpretation, or just, you know, it's something magical and special about you that people can see, and your family is jealous because they don't possess the same quality that you have, okay? With this transformation, you have transformed through so much. Like, your family has seen you literally be the caterpillar, go into the cocoon and become the butterfly. And they're intimidated because they feel like it happened overnight, but it took time because you took that journey inward. You had a self-love journey, which led to your spiritual awakening, which led to you knowing your value. And I'm led to these colors, blue and yellow. Blue is the throat chakra. Yellow is the solar plexus. So you use your voice and you're confident in it, okay? You're confident. With the standstill being here, they're stuck in the past. Like, they're stuck. Like, they're stuck in their fears and their doubts. And you, even if you're scared, pal number one, even if you have doubts and fears, you still go after your dreams because you know that it's worth it. I feel like you're the type of person that feel like, well, I have to try. And that's remarkable. Also, gateway. This is another spiritual card. You keep getting spiritual cards, pal one. So there's something you're doing here spiritually. Diligence. So you take your time with whatever you're doing. That goes back to you being disciplined and committed with your goals. Like, you're diligent, you're patient, okay? They're jealous of how patient you are because when it comes to something you want to do, pal number one, you take your time, even if it takes you 2 years to reach the goal. Like, you don't care how long it takes, just as long as you reach the destination, okay? You could be like doing like motivational speaking because the way I'm speaking, because I kind of felt like a motivational speaker just now. So pal number one, you could want to do stuff like that too, like motivate people, you know, go on stage and do TED Talks, you know. But that's what they're jealous of, all right? We're going to move on to pile number two. Thank you for coming, pal number one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know like who's jealous. Like, tell me the tea, spill the tea. All right. Let us move on to pile number two. Okay, pile number two. If you chose the black tourmaline, this is your reading. So before we get into it, pile number two, they're jealous of your intelligence, honey, your dreams, your work ethic, and the way people love you, okay? So let's see who it is. Let's get the people cards out. Let's get the people cards. Y'all ready? Drum roll, please. Okay. Your older family members are jealous of you, okay? Someone who is a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, okay? So you could also be a part of this community, all right? Take what resonates. Your big sister, okay? Your mother, an ex that had you in a third-party situation, people from your past, okay? And lastly, your grandma. So you have women in your family jealous of you, pal number two. You may have like, you may come from a generation where it's always been like that. Like, each generation is like the women can never get along because they're jealous of each other and they're in secret competition. But pal number two, I don't even feel like you're like that. Like, you know that they're in secret competition, but it's like you're not competing with them though, okay? You're a very free-spirited person. Like, you like pal number one is unbothered, but you unbothered in a way like, I'm gonna live my life. Like, you will burst out into a song. Like, you kind of give off this hippie-ish vibe, pal number two. Like, you You laugh at people like that's your face. Like I'm not even gonna give it the energy. But period, okay. All right, pal number two. Let's see why are they jealous of you. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so the 10th house, your career. So whatever career, you may be somebody that is in school, okay? Because the 10th house is about status, okay? The 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, I believe. So you could be a Capricorn too, or you just have a Capricorn energy. You are very smart. You may be in school right now, or you may have a college degree, or you may be working toward getting a college degree. And some of you may be first generation college students here, okay? With Mars being here, this is about having that energy to go after your goals and your dreams. So you have the energy. You know how some people are burnt out from life and tired, but it's like you still have that energy and that drive. Like you could go through, you could be going through something so devastating, pal number two. You could lose a family member, but you will still go after your goals and dreams. And some people in your family might think you're selfish for that because they feel like, well, how can you still be going after that happened? But it's like we can't control when people pass away, but we can't control anything but our own lives, and that's what you're doing. I mean, we can only control so much in our life. Let me take that back. But with what you can control, you're in this Mars energy, and you may be an Aries, okay? Or you may have your moon arising in Aries. Take what resonates. With Mercury here, you're very intelligent, okay? They can't pull one over on you. You're very intelligent. You know your stuff. You're very intelligent to the point where you can teach other people. You kind of have that professor type of energy, all right? Sagittarius, you could be a Sagittarius here, okay? But Sagittarius deals with being free spirited. You're very free spirited because you go for what you want and you have a vision. Like Sagittarius represents that archer. So you keep your eye on the prize, pal number one. Pal number two, I didn't even mean to say pal number one, but you can go back. Okay, but pal number two, it's like you keep your eyes on the prize, all right? And you're optimistic. They're jealous of your optimism because they're jealous, like, how can you still believe in yourself, like even with what's going on in the world, or even with what's going on in the family, or you could even be going through times where you had like problems in your romantic relationship, but somehow you still managed to succeed, and they don't understand that. They're jealous of that, okay? They don't understand how you make your goals materialize, but it's because you have favor by God. Pal number two, it's something about you where God is working in your life, okay? God is working in your life. With Jupiter here, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, okay? So you're somebody that is over the top. You may have people in your family like, you doing too much. No, they're not doing enough, okay? Let me run that back. They're not doing enough, okay? Because I'm a Sag, okay? So I get it. But with this Jupiter card, you are somebody that you can teach. Didn't I say teach? It says learn or teach. You can teach people, and you're positive, and you grow and expand. It's like you're always growing. Like they're jealous because they're still stuck. They're stuck in the past, trapped in fear. Okay. It's like you grow through what you go through. Like it could be years. It's like each year you level up, and it's like they're not leveling up. Okay. Okay, we have the 11th house. Okay, I was just trying to make sure. But we have the 11th house. Okay, so the 11th house is the house of networking, the house of our friends, of our connections. Like, now, number one, you have people that are loyal to you. Like your family is jealous because they're like, why are people loyal to you? Like, power number two, you can have a partner that's loyal to you, a friend, a business partner. You naturally align with people that really fuck with you and really help you, and they don't understand that because they don't have those types of people in their life. They have people that start drama. They're stuck in toxic cycles of cheating and doing the most for no reason. But they think you're doing the most, but they're really the ones doing the most. Okay. Now, number two, but people really like you. People really love you and admire you, and they're jealous of that because they always hear good things about you. Like they don't hear people say good things about them. Look, they're in the reading for a reason. If you're jealous and envious of people, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to be saying good things about you. Okay. People say a lot of good things about you, and you do a lot. Okay. For where you do a lot where the community can see. And you are leveling up because we got the 10th house and the 11th house. That's a progression, okay? So you're leveling up as we speak. With the South Node being here, so we just have the North Node in pound number one. So the North Node is what you must strive for in this life. It's your destiny. The South Node is our past life, and it's what we already know how to do, but it's what we have to get out of. It's basically our bad habits. You know, your family is stuck in their bad habits. Like they can't, it's like what I'm seeing pound number two is like quicksand. You know, when you're trying to move and it's like you can't. You know, remember the scene from Diversion? And she was getting stuck and she realized that she had to go to the water to get out. It's like you're kind of like Diversion, okay? Like you know how to get out of tough situations where they'll just let themselves sink and struggle, okay? You're not in your South Node pound number two, but they're stuck in their old ways. That's why they can't move forward and level up like you do. And they're jealous of that because it seems like you do it so effortlessly. But it's not that you do it effortlessly, it's just that you just put in the work. People don't understand what it means to put in the work because they feel like if they do one thing, something big should happen. You got to put in more for more to happen, you know? With Aquarius being here, Aquarius rules over the 11th house, okay? You could be an Aquarius or they could be an Aquarius, but it's like your intelligence, your intellect, the way you think, okay? You are somebody that's very unconventional. You may have unconventional beauty standards, you may dress different and look different, and you're just very free-spirited, and they're jealous of the fact that you can be yourself even if people don't like it, okay? They're jealous of the fact that you don't let people's opinions define you. You're not scared. Like you can go somewhere wearing something, even if people talk about you, you're still going to rock it. You're still going to go out and look your best and do your best and feel your best. And with you having that energy, it's like people just naturally just like you. They just naturally, want to be around you. You have that energy with this 11th house and this Aquarius energy. You're somebody who's very innovative. Like you may do things differently. Like you may come from a family that's very traditional, but you do something different. Like maybe they feel like, no, it's a certain recipe. You got to make it like this, but you make it your own way and it still tastes the same or it tastes even better. For some of you, I don't know why that's brought up. Like some of you may like to cook here and your family is jealous of your cooking. I feel like somebody is vegan, okay? And the way you eat different and they're jealous of that because it still tastes good even though it's vegan. People think vegan food is automatically nasty and it's not. It's good. Now, I've had some vegan food that's not, but overall it is pretty good. I had something vegan today. But yeah, they're jealous of your intellect, all right? Now, we've seen who it is, why they're jealous. Now let's look at the thoughts. Let's see the thoughts of these people. So this is funny. I'm broke right now. I don't know who this is, but they're jealous because you're making money. Like, and if you feel like you're not making money right now, you will be financially stable and you'll be set for life because I feel like there's something you're doing with your career and you will be successful. Okay. Someone feels like I hope all your plans fail, but your plans aren't gonna fail because God got you. Like God, it's something about you, plan number two, where God has you like this, basically. Like this. God got you. You're not gonna fall. Okay. And you might think you're falling, but you're not, because God has a plan for you. You are beautiful. So they think you're beautiful. Okay. It says, I don't look as good as you. So it's like they're comparing their looks to yours when they shouldn't be doing that. I really feel like this is the women in your family. It's like you gotta, what some women don't understand is you're beautiful in your own way. Just because somebody else is beautiful, it doesn't mean that you're not beautiful. It's like that's hard for people to realize. Like just because you think another woman is attractive, that doesn't take away from you being attractive, okay? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Somebody might think you're more beautiful than the person you're comparing yourself to, but it really doesn't matter because we're all beautiful in our own way. Look, I'm jealous of how people love you. Look, I am jealous of you. So that's just confirmation because this reading this title, Who is Jealous of You? That's confirmation. It says, I can't stand you. Okay. And it says, I feel like I'm inferior to you. So you're so hardworking and you get shit done that they feel like they're inferior because what they're doing is comparing themselves to you. Like they're comparing their life to you. Okay. when they shouldn't. Now let's look at the tarot. So we have the Six of Pentacles. You always have people that want to help you. Like that's that 11th house energy. Like you make connections with people and then you'll see them again and then they help you and you help them. It's like you're great at networking, okay? And they're jealous of that because sometimes you working with people that helps you materialize because I feel like you get things done on your own, pile number two, but there are people that you know and that you're cool with that really like you and they help you, you know, and they don't understand why do people want to help them and not me, you know. It's kind of like that, why, it's like kind of like powering, like why her and not me, you know, comparing. The Strength card, they're jealous of your strength, you know. I'm pretty sure it's been hard in school because I'm in college right now and it's not easy, but when people haven't been in college, it's something about them thinking that it's easy and it's not, okay? It just seems easy because you don't show that it's hard. They're jealous of your strength, okay? Some of you could be Leos here too. With the Two of Cups being in reverse, they're jealous of the way that you know how to let go of people. Like this ex that you let go of that had you in a third party situation, you said, deuces. You know that song? You was like, bye. And you didn't look back, okay? And there's certain people in your family, they still stay in toxic relationships with other men, okay? You know, they feel like they have to stay. And then for those of you who are part of the LGBTQIA plus community, they're also jealous of how you're in a partnership with the same sex. Like they feel like, how can that work? Like they're jealous of your relationship actually making it. Because we live in a society, like I'm a part of the community, but we live in a society that feel like same-sex couples will never work. But that's a lie, okay? Some of the best partnerships are same-sex couples, okay? But they're jealous of the way that you know how to walk away, okay? They're jealous because you know how to find love. You know how to get away from people who don't love you and go around people who do. The Seven of Pentacles here, your worth ethic. You're very, very, like, whatever it is you're doing, like pile number one, you have a great worth ethic, you know? You know how to stay disciplined and you're studious. That's the word that's coming, studious and sophisticated. You know, you're a bookworm. Like you read a lot, you do a lot of research. With that Aquarius, yeah, you do a lot of research, okay? You know a lot. You know a lot about what's going on with global affairs. You may want to work in some type of career where you work with global affairs because I feel like you'll do good in a leadership position. But take what resonates. With the Three of Cups being here, how people love you, how people celebrate you, you know, people really celebrate you. I feel like pile number two, you have things to celebrate often. You know, you're always reaching a goal or you're always reaching a milestone because you're putting your mind to it. Like you set these goals and you accomplish them, you know. You're not just somebody to say, I'm going to do this. Like you actually do what you say, and that intimidates people because people talk a good game about what they want to do. But pile number two, you talk a good game and you do a good game. Like you go out and do what you said you were going to do, okay? With the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like they don't know how to walk away from the past. Like they don't know how to walk away from past lovers, you know, past flings. It's like they let people keep them stuck. They let their past keep them stuck and you don't. You move on from that. Even if it is hurting you. I feel like they can look at you and think that nothing hurts you, but it does. You just don't tell them because I understand. Why would you tell people who are jealous of you? Because when you are going through something and people that are jealous of you are happy because they feel like you're taken down a notch. So I get not going to them. With the Page of Swords being here, they're jealous of how you can set a goal and then it grow. So this Page of Swords can turn into a King of Swords later on, and then turn into an Ace of Swords. Like you start from the bottom and you make it. They don't understand how you make it up without a scratch, but it's not even that. It's just your mindset. Pile number two, you're very, like when it comes to what you want to do in life, you don't play. You don't let outside influences get into that, and they're jealous of that. They're jealous of the way you think. They're jealous of, you know, the way you articulate yourself, the way you speak, the way you communicate, okay? They may even, as a kid, they told you you had your head in the clouds, but you were on the right path. Okay, the Fool card is here. So new beginnings, like you know how to bring new beginnings to yourself. Like when you set goals, you're starting a new beginning for yourself. When you accomplish that goal, you're starting a new beginning. Like you know how to create new beginnings into your life, all right? Now, let's look at these cards. Blessings. Jupiter is the planet of blessings, okay? Blessings. They're jealous of the blessings that God gives you. Look at this yellow bird here. Like you shine, your light shines, and you're blessed. You're anointed. Pound number 2. That was the vibe I was getting. Anointeds here. So with the power card being here, this just shows that they're jealous of your power. They're jealous. They think that you have power over other people when you really don't. It's just your loving energy. It's your aura. They're jealous of the power that your soul has, your aura. Like sometimes people don't even really know what they're really jealous of, but it is your soul. It's how powerful you are. That's what they're jealous of. Okay. You're protected. Like I said, like God, you're covered. Okay. You're covered. You know, God has you literally like this because you're here to do something, pound number 2. You're here to, you know, shine light on the darkness. You're here to bring a lot to the world, okay? Through whatever it is you do, through your research, okay? Some of you might be into science heavy, but there's something you're doing that's going to help your community as a whole. With the courage card being here, they're jealous of your courage. They're jealous of your, like, didn't I say, like, you don't care about the opinions of other people. Like you could care less. You know, you say F them and keep going because you know that you have to. They're jealous of your peace, okay? The way you can just relax and, you know, you don't really let a lot bother you. You are watched over by God, okay? Because you have birds, you have 3 birds here. Birds represent God, okay? You're definitely watched over. And then you got this nature scenery. You just keep growing and they're jealous of that. With security here, they're jealous of the security and stability you're bringing into your life. They're jealous of it because you're doing it. It's something about our family where they feel like we're so connected to where we can't have our own life and have our own goals and have our own money and have our own dreams. Like everything doesn't have to be enmeshed. And unfortunately, some family members feel betrayed when you go after your dreams, but go after your dreams because your family is here as a vessel to teach you about life and the human experience, okay? With this openness card, with this full moon, like they're jealous of the way that you can release things and let go of it. They're jealous of the way you can lay your burdens down and go after something new, okay? But they're also jealous of how open you are, you know, and how people really, really come to you. And like you can have a stranger just say, oh my God, you are so beautiful. Like you just have random people come up to you and compliment you or talk to you around them. And it makes them feel some type of way because they don't have people come to them. And what I'm hearing, pound number 2, is that you're magnetizing. Like there's something about your aura that just draws people in, okay? No wonder you have that 11th house energy because you just draw people in. With this potential card, they're jealous of your potential. This is a volcano about to erupt. So whatever it is you're about to create, they're jealous of that. They're jealous of what you bring to the table because they don't see that in themselves. They're so focused on you and your purpose that they're not even in their purpose. That's why the South Node is here because they're not in their purpose. When you're envious and jealous of what God is doing in somebody else's life, you miss out on what God could do in your life. Because while God is blessing this person, God could be blessing you, but you got to step in your power first. You got to get it on the road to be in your purpose. You can't just wait. You can't just think your purpose is going to smack you in the face. You have to go searching, traveling, and finding who you are, finding out what you want to do. It's like your family doesn't do that. They thought that somebody was going to tell them their purpose. That's why I feel like diversion is something about diversion in you, okay? Because remember in diversion where each person gets called down and then they pick what they want to do. I feel like that's how your family thought life should be. But unfortunately, I'm glad we don't have a society like that where we have to pick these options. Like we can go and do and create whatever. And that's what you're doing, pound number 2. You may have an unconventional career choice, you know, and it's different from what people in your family do, but it's okay. You know, stay true to whatever it is that you want to do. All right. All right, pound number 2. That is the end of your reading. I'm like, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Because those are all the cards. But thank you, pound number 2, for watching. I'm sending you love, peace, and joy. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what it is you liked. All right. All right. Peace. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop sharing the screen. Okay. Peace. Love y'all. Mwah.